Every master has his milieu, and every milieu has its master. In the world of cookbooks, certain stars shine brighter than the rest. And that shining star was James Beard. He even has his own awards ceremony, which is like the Oscars of the food world. But let's talk about the man behind the medal.
James Beard really is the father of American cuisine. We also refer to him as America's first foodie. James Beard came to New York to be an actor, but like many actors aspiring to careers on stage, he ended up working in food, and we're forever grateful that he did. We're standing now in the James Beard house on West 12th Street. He bought the house in 1972, and he lived here until he died in 1985.
The James Beard House has always been a culinary meeting place. And later, the house became the headquarters for the James Beard Foundation, where scholarships are given and food world professionals are celebrated. And it didn't take much to convince the foundation's vice president, Mitchell Davis, to throw on an apron and cook up one of Beard's recipes.
I'm cooking one of James Beard's recipes in James Beard's kitchen. This is where he taught, where he cooked, where he welcomed people. We're making a salad oriental, or an oriental salad, and the only thing that really makes it Asian in any way is the fact that it has rice in it. Out of all of Beard's cookbooks, my personal favorite is Beard on Food, because it's really a collection of his essays, and so they're very personal, and you get the sense that he's chatting with you in the kitchen, standing beside you. I also like that in that book, the recipes are written in paragraph form. The writer can put their own personality into the recipe, rather than just boring technical language. You could use any selection of seafood that you have. Today we're going to be using some fresh shrimp, some bay scallops, some lump crab meat, and some lovely little mussels. We took the shrimp, the scallops, and the mussels out of the cooking liquid, and we chilled them, and we saved a few of the shells for the garnish and some of the lemon.
As America's first foodie, Beard championed seasonal local cooking. The revolutionary idea of a menu changing with its seasons. A concept 50 years ahead of its time.
I love celery. I think James Beard did too. He put it in everything. Then we're going to add cucumber, some red onion. There are a few ways that you can pinpoint that James Beard helped create American cuisine. One of the things he did was to constantly write about American food at a time when people were looking to France, to Italy, even to China. He felt that there was a cuisine here in America that deserved credit, and in 1972 he wrote American Cookery, a comprehensive book about American cuisine. It seems normal to us today, but it was kind of radical at the time to assert that there could be such a thing as American cuisine. He put a lot of recipes in that book that he didn't even really like, and he says so in the introductions to the recipes, but he felt that they should be there because they were a piece of American cuisine at the time, and he was trying to chronicle what was going on and what the history was and what the traditions were. The last piece of the preparation for the salad is to just make the dressing or vinaigrette. We're going to take a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little bit of wine vinegar, and then extra virgin olive oil. That's the basic vinaigrette. And the last ingredient is a little bit of chopped fresh tarragon. One of James Beard's most famous quotes, he was asked what he thought about cannibalism, and he said if he had enough tarragon, he thinks he could probably be a cannibal. Beard was unquestionably an eccentric. He always wore bow ties. It was the only tie he ever wore. He had a photographer, Dan Wynn, who followed him around for 30 years and took thousands and thousands of posed pictures of him. I mean, he was a real character. To serve, we're just going to spoon it onto a bed of fresh baby greens. And lastly, I had some beautiful lump crab that you could mix in, but because it's so pretty, I'm just going to use it as a garnish along with the shrimp and the mussel shells. And there you have it. Salad Oriental from Beard on Food by James Beard. James Beard's legacy really lives on here at the James Beard Foundation, where we bring people together in his house, just as James Beard did, to celebrate the wonders of American cuisine.
The Beard House is still a community for chefs to gather. But celebrations of cuisine and community aren't just for the big city. In little towns like Clarksville, Texas, community cookbooks have long been a way for folks to pass down recipes from generation to generation. So it's no surprise